Hey guys, tonight's been kind of an interesting night. I've kind of been honestly taking it slow and relaxing. I know my hair's a bit messy, but I've been kind of taking a night to relax and enjoy myself. I've got Salem here with me. He's from a collection called the Furry Bones Collection. That's the creators who made him. And honestly, I'm happy to have him here with me. I got him, well, for multiple reasons. Um, so, for those of you who don't know me, I like to collect stuffed animals. Absolutely love it. But, so, a while ago, I had to get rid of Rosalie. She was a pink stuffed teddy bear. She had a hole in her among some other things wrong with her, so I had to sadly send her to a resting place because there was no fixing her. And now I've got Salem here joining me on my adventures, and I found that I quite enjoy him. And so I'm completely excited and hope to get more. Also, this week I'm working on a little bit of self-reflection and shadow work. For those of you who don't know what shadow work is where you go back to your childhood self, your traumas, things in your past that have happened. You revisit them and, sorry, skin itches. But anyways, you go back and you revisit them, and then you try to see, why those parts of yourself are still there, hidden in the background. Bring them to the light and see what you can do to heal yourself from those situations. Like even taking lessons away from them. I know I'm not explaining it the best. I'll fully get into full detail later when I have a little bit more time. I may do a full vlog on it at a later date, but I'd probably do that closer to Samhain because I think Samhain is an absolutely perfect time for that. So that's another thing to be looking forward to. For those of you who don't practice paganism or witchcraft, if you'd like to know more about Samhain, I can do a video on that as well. For those of you who do, welcome. Happy to see you here as well. And I hope to do some educational videos like Witchcraft 101, and some topics touching base involving witchcraft as well. I'm not gonna lie to you, I am a multi-generational witch. Some, like, in some sects of our witchcraft, and with people who practice, they would call me a hereditary witch, but I don't exactly identify with that. Yes, I do have it in my bloodline, and yes, I do have a family full of witches, but your family doesn't make you a witch. You have to find your personal style. You have to find your personal path and what practices resonate with you as a witch. So just because, like, say, a family member in your past practiced witchcraft doesn't automatically make you a witch. It's a very personal and very, like, my path is very, very precious to me. Like, it's something I hold sacred and dear. Being able to work with Hecate, having the privileges of working with the ancestors that I have, getting to know them on that level, like, and then, of course, I have my coven, like, they've become very much like a family to me. And not only have I learned a lot from them, but it's very much a give and take relationship, in the coven, in the practice. And for those of you who are seeking, who are looking for something like that to learn in a safe environment, feel free to message me. I am more than happy to answer questions. I am more than happy to teach you, work with you, because I'd rather you learn in a place that's going to be a safer environment than you ignorantly practicing, not knowing what you're doing. Like, I don't want you to end up hexing the moon or trying to curse the moon, from not knowing what you were doing, because you can't. You don't want to do that. And there's so many tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. My practice, I will tell you, is not for everybody. And that goes with a lot of practices. Not every single witch is going to practice the same. They're not always going to believe the same. Like me, I am a witch, but I am not Wiccan. I do not follow the reed, the harm none. I don't follow that. Because I will tell you, if you come for me, I am going to hex the fuck out of you. I'm going to defend myself. I will literally make a sour jar just for you. Or who knows, I might even do a freezer spell. I'm not gonna sit there though and take someone mistreating me. So that's where the whole Wiccan thing and me don't quite go hand in hand. I fall within a eclectic guideline. Like, there are various practices and various things that I have learned growing up that was taught to me by my father, and by my family. And so they actually believe more along the lines of a path where they would call it witchcraft, or wishcraft. And that is something my father had taught heavily on, is wishcraft. You have to put, intention is a lot of it, but it is not every single thing when you do practice. But you do have to have the right mindset in order to be doing it. I will tell you, if your mind is not there and not in a good place, you do not want to be doing spell work. If you're down and out and you're not in the right state of mind, I would not recommend that you sit there and try and do spell work unless it's on self-love, or if you're doing a self-love ritual. Something to make yourself feel better. Although I would say, from personal recommendation and personal experience, before you even start doing that, you have to go out of your way to do better for you. That you have to take care of yourself, because that is a big part of witchcraft, is making sure that you're in the right place and in the right state of mind. Because if you're not, things can come back and bite you in the ass. And it will suck. I've seen it firsthand with some of my siblings who practice witchcraft. And I really hate to see that for them. But, of course, I can't always be there to be like, hey, don't do that. But at the same time, knowing what I know about the different things that I understand and have been taught, I also make sure to try to do better myself. That is why I'm telling you that any questions you might have regarding witchcraft, that I know if I will happily answer if I don't know. And mind you, I don't know every single thing there is about witchcraft. I'm not, a goddess. I'm not all knowing. I'm still learning myself. And I've been in it since I was a child, you know, but there's still things that I'm picking up on that I'm still learning and that I'm even relearning and revisiting now that I'm older. But if I don't know the answer, I'm going to go look back upon it and then I'm going to see which way is best to answer you. So feel free to ask questions. I'm always happy to answer them, especially to the best of my ability. Anyways, guys, I really hope you have a good night.